Welcome to Back Bike Beat. Today we're taking an in-depth look at the 2026 Kawasaki Z250FX, one of the most exciting 250 cubic centimeters street fighters on the market. If you've been thinking of upgrading from a smaller bike or just want a stylish, fun, and practical ride, this bike deserves your attention. Over the next several minutes, we're going to explore everything: the engine, performance, handling, design, comfort, price, and what makes it stand out in its class. The Z250FX is powered by a 248/249cc liquid-cooled parallel twin engine. Unlike most bikes in this category that rely on single-cylinder engines, the twin-cylinder design offers smoother power delivery and reduced vibration. It produces around 35 horsepower at 12,500 revolutions per minute and a peak torque of 22 to 23 Nm at 10,500 revolutions per minute. Paired with a 6-speed transmission and chain drive, it offers precise and responsive control. This engine is perfect for city commutes, weekend rides, or even short highway stretches. What really sets it apart is how linear and predictable the power feels. From low-speed city riding to high-rev highway stretches, the engine remains smooth, responsive, and engaging. The twin-cylinder also gives the bike more character than a single cylinder, with a richer engine note and a more enjoyable riding feel. On the road, the Z250FX feels lively yet controllable. In lower gears, it's easy to handle, which is great for weaving through traffic or making quick maneuvers in tight spaces. In mid-range, the bike has enough punch to overtake confidently, and when you really open it up, the top-end performance is surprisingly satisfying for a 250 cubic centimeters. You get a sense of excitement without the intimidation of a bigger bike. It's the kind of engine that makes even short rides fun, and long rides engaging. The chassis is built on a high-tensile steel trellis frame, offering rigidity while keeping the weight manageable. The front suspension is a telescopic fork with around 120 mm of travel, and the rear has a bottom-link monoshock, gas-charged and preload adjustable, with 130 mm of travel. This combination makes the bike firm but comfortable. You feel connected to the road without being beaten up by bumps. The 17-inch alloy wheels come with a 110/70 front tire and a 140/70 rear tire, giving great grip and stability. Braking is handled by a 310 mm front disc with dual-piston caliper and a 220 mm rear disc, providing confidence-inspiring stopping power. With a seat height of 795 mm and a 14-liter fuel tank, the bike is accessible, practical, and ready for both city rides and weekend adventures. What stands out immediately is how agile the Z250FX feels. At a curb weight of around 165 kilograms, it's easy to flick between lanes, take sharp corners, or weave through tight city streets. The bike responds to rider input predictably and precisely, giving a sense of confidence whether you're a beginner stepping up from a smaller bike or an experienced rider enjoying an agile street fighter. It's light, but it doesn't feel flimsy. The trellis frame adds stability while keeping maneuverability sharp. Even when leaned into a corner, the bike feels planted and controlled. The suspension does a great job of balancing comfort and performance, soaking up city bumps while still providing feedback when pushing it harder. The styling is aggressive, bold, and unmistakably Kawasaki. Following the Sugomi design language, the Z250FX has sharp, muscular lines, a sculpted fuel tank, and a compact stance that screams street fighter. Unlike fully fared bikes, this one exposes the engine and mechanical components, giving it a raw, purposeful aesthetic. The 2026 updates include refreshed graphics, subtle tweaks to the headlamp cowl, and a slightly revised tail section. The instrument cluster is a mix of analog and digital: an analog tachometer for tradition and a digital screen for speed, trip info, and fuel. Ergonomically, the bike is slightly forward-leaning, but not uncomfortably so, and the wide handlebar provides excellent control, making city navigation and spirited rides equally enjoyable. One thing worth noting is how versatile the Z250FX feels. In the city, its lightweight, responsive brakes, and agile chassis make commuting effortless. Traffic lights, narrow streets, and tight corners are no problem. On twisty roads, the twin-cylinder engine shines. Mid-range power allows quick accelerations out of corners, while the high-rev top end keeps the ride exhilarating. The suspension and chassis make cornering predictable, and the braking system inspires confidence, even under harder braking. The bike feels alive, communicative, and rewarding to ride, giving the rider a sense of engagement that's rare in this category. In terms of price, the Z250FX is positioned as a premium but accessible 250 cubic centimeters naked bike. Globally, its sibling Z250 starts around 704,000 yen, roughly Indian rupee 4.204.3 lakh before taxes and duties. Considering the twin-cylinder engine, strong chassis, agile handling, and aggressive styling, it's a solid value proposition. Kawasaki has designed it for riders stepping up from smaller bikes who want a machine that's practical for daily commuting but exciting enough for weekend rides or spirited cornering. While the bike excels in most areas, there are some considerations. Its sporty posture might become tiring on long-distance tours or extended pillion rides. The fuel tank is 14 liters, so long trips may require additional fuel stops. And while the twin-cylinder engine is lively, this remains a 250 cubic centimeters machine, so sustained high-speed cruising isn't its primary focus. But for its role as an urban-friendly, agile street fighter with weekend potential, the Z250FX performs exceptionally. What really sets the Z250FX apart is the combination of smooth twin-cylinder power, agile chassis, naked styling, and approachable pricing. It's not a touring machine or a super high-performance bike, but it's exactly what a 250 cubic centimeters street fighter should be: manageable, fun, stylish, and practical. It's ideal for young riders stepping up from smaller machines, enthusiasts seeking a mid-size daily ride, or anyone looking for a bike that's fun, practical, and attention-grabbing. From the moment you fire it up, the Z250FX feels alive. The engine responds quickly, the suspension communicates road feedback effectively, and the braking inspires confidence. Every throttle twist, every lean, every stoplight launch reminds you that this isn't just a bike, it's an experience. Kawasaki has created a machine that's approachable for beginners yet rewarding for more experienced riders, giving both groups an exciting, balanced ride. Compared to competitors in the 250 cubic centimeters naked street fighter segment, the Z250FX has an edge with its twin-cylinder engine and balanced handling. Single-cylinder rivals may be lighter or slightly cheaper, but they can't match the refinement, smoothness, or character of a parallel twin. Handling is nimble without being twitchy, braking is strong, and the overall package feels premium without being overly complicated. It's the kind of bike that makes daily riding exciting, whether you're commuting, enjoying weekend twisties, or just cruising around town. Comfort is also notable. While it leans slightly sporty, the ergonomics are well thought out. The seat is supportive for short to medium rides, the handlebar gives control without strain, and the footpeg position doesn't feel cramped. Combined with the smooth engine, predictable suspension, and lightweight, the bike is surprisingly versatile for a 250 cubic centimeters street fighter. In conclusion, the 2026 Kawasaki Z250FX is a bike that perfectly balances performance, usability, and style. For city commuting, weekend rides, or as a first midsize bike, it's a machine that delivers excitement, reliability, and character all at once. If you're looking for a 250 cubic centimeters naked bike that's versatile, stylish, and fun to ride, the Z250FX is hard to beat. Kawasaki has crafted a bike that's approachable for beginners, engaging for experienced riders, and full of personality. From the city streets to twisty weekend roads, this bike communicates with its rider and rewards engagement at every turn. It's not just transportation, it's an experience, a statement, and a companion on every ride.